Hello and welcome to this week's WATcast with Will,
Aurora
and Tom.
And this week we are looking at what we found on the internet, aka show and tell, aka let's find some news stories and talk about them.
Yeah, mine's not even something I found on the internet. One of them is, the other one's just a flyer.
It looks like something you found on the road.
Yeah, no, it looks kind of trampled.
Somebody's been leaving them around my office, and I passed by it many times, and when I eventually looked at it, I went, holy fuck.
Wow.
Right. Good. So I've got one story which leads us down a bit of a rabbit hole. I just wanted to get some opinions on it. Yeah, you've actually done some work.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an A grade student.
So what have you got?
Shall I just start with my first news story?
Yeah, let's just jump into it.
This happened quite recently, actually, found on CNN, February 9th. Brazil prison escape follows seduction. Is the...
I think I actually read this one at the time.
Did
pretty
you?
Funny, yeah. It's the picture of what they've used to get in is hilarious, but that's not really going to come across.
It's not great radio, but show me anyway. Okay, so we're looking at some sexy police S&M stuff.
Lingerie.
It's not really lingerie, is it? I mean, it's plastic.
It's PVC. It's just PVC.
Yeah,
with polythea on it.
That just gives you polythea.
So what happened? Break it down.
Breaking it down, well, some birds decided that they were going to dress in this sexy, skimpy plastic shit with, like, police officers, because they regularly dress like that.
Yep, I've seen them.
Go to a prison, get the blokes, like, all seduced and shit, drug them, and then free 26 prisoners. As you do.
Hold on. What was their motive? Were they specific? Were their husbands in jail?
Do you want me to read it out, because it's quite ridiculous?
Okay, yep. 2
women dressed in skimpy, sexy in inverted commas, police officer costume allegedly showed up. Allegedly, I don't know.
Well, they were definitely there, weren't they?
Allegedly showed up at a prison in Brazil's interior Mato Grosso state on Thursday, according to local media reports. The women talked guards into letting them inside and seduced them, spiking their drinks in the process, according to reports. What happened next is what one might expect when strangers in lingerie appear unannounced at your workplace. The guards were found the next morning naked and handcuffed with little recollection of the night before.
I'm sorry, how does that occur when they just turn up at any workplace?
I don't know. Well, what would you
Actually,
do?
to be fair, I was just thinking that, and then I was thinking, well, what's the most obvious example where that definitely wouldn't happen? Well, I don't know, a prison. Yeah, so I'm wrong.
Yeah, and 26 prisoners had escaped from the prison located in Nova Mutum, or whatever. A small city near another word I can't pronounce.
That is
what does that say?
Cuiabá?
Probably.
I know that from
It happened in a place.
It happened in a place in Brazil.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I love how the guards clearly thought they just really like prison guards, and they're just doing this out of the goodness of their own slutty hearts.
I don't get why their own slutty hearts. I just don't understand how like the thing that just blew my mind is like prison guards, right? They're there to guard a prison. You're not really supposed to let people in.
It's in the title.
Maybe this speaks to the general quality of Brazilian prison guards.
And how easily... I mean, they're not...
I want to find out how other prison escapes have occurred. Like someone's just come in juggling whilst people just sneak around behind the back.
But there is some guy in Greece who several times has had his mates just pull up in the yard with a helicopter and helicopter him out of there like 2 or 3 times.
Is that legit?
Yeah,
Are you serious?
For real. They don't seem to learn of like keeping him maybe undercover.
Or lock down the other guy as well who owns the helicopter. The helicopter's the problem there.
I know, I'll just call Jimmy. He's got an helicopter. He'll fly me out.
Yeah.
Perfect. I mean, what?
Jimmy the Greek. Yeah. Good. I'm enjoying that.
Yeah.
Is that all that
Hang on,
happened?
wait. The bottom quote is... The spokesman said, "Nothing like this has ever happened."
Imagine that's the 3rd time this month. Fuck.
Oh my god.
Fantastic.
It's so, yeah. So that's mine.
That's your first one. Good. Tom.
Right, yeah, okay, I'll go to the one that's actually a news story. This is actually something that happened a couple of months ago, and I saw it at the time, and I never saw it mentioned in the press again. It seemed like they'd all got together to decide it was just too unpleasant to actually bring up again.
Media blackout.
God.
It's a media
Okay,
blackout.
so basically it involves, on a Cambridgeshire railway crossing, a bunch of horses getting hit by 2 trains going in opposite directions.
Oh!
Okay, this is just horrific, and it would be just horrific by itself, but there's a bit of language from the police that makes it art. Because you know, like the British police have this way of like talking in a very understated manner, where it could be like,
well, you have to be very neutral, don't you?
Everything has to be PC.
Well, like the world could have blown up, and they'll be like,
PC.
yeah, everything could have blown up, and they'll just be like, well, we believe there was an incident. You know, they just downplay everything. But okay, so this is from Sergeant David Baker. We are very keen to find out who the horses belong to. At the moment, it is not clear how many horses died in the incident. However, we believe that at least 7. So that creates a mental image, because I would have thought if you found a couple of dead horses, you would know that there's 2 or 3 dead horses. You can count them.
You count the hooves, don't you?
Yeah.
You get the strongest bit, the hooves.
Yeah, but I'm saying the fact that there's doubt just tells you that there must have just been a fucking bomb site of horse parts, just like spread. God, can you imagine what an absolute mess that must have been? That you can't work out how many horses there were. Horses are pretty easily identifiable. I'm talking about just a mound of assorted horse parts.
Well, they must have gone up to it and gone, what's all this?
Well, they think 7.
I imagine it was
They
horse.
think 7.
They
Is
think
that because
7.
they picked up did they pick up an odd number of hooves so they can work it out?
Just the fact that there's any doubt
can't be spare
creates
ones.
like a mental image for me.
Spare hoof, I just carry this around.
Yeah.
Just imagine the amount of
Just in case.
traumatised little girls on those trains.
Oh my God.
Or on the horses.
Oh, look at those
No, they didn't have them.
horses!
They probably wouldn't have seen them though, surely. Well,
They just saw a red mist. Oh, you mean on the train?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Well, no, yeah, they would be in front. Only the driver. If the driver said, "Oh, do you want to come up and sit in the cabin and watch how it's like to drive a train?" Oh, yes, please.
But I'm guessing there's probably streaks all the way down the train of just horse noses.
Horse noses?
Yeah.
That's really specific.
Well, there'll be other parts.
Why do they specifically stick to the sides of the train?
I can just imagine just a bit of horse face just like kind of streaking along window, then not being there anymore. I don't know, that created
That is a horrific story.
And again, never got mentioned again. Never came up in the national news because it's like we can't traumatise people that much.
A lot of journalists they all talk to each other and they go, "Nah, let's not report that. That's awful."
This one's too much. 7 horses, 2 trains.
But why? I mean, there's places in the country, and I remember the particular places like in Dorset and stuff where there's like wild horses and wild ponies and stuff. You sort of drive around, you see them, but they don't usually get near a rail track. But this is like 7 of them got together and were like, right, we're like the animals of Farthing Wood. Like we're just gonna migrate somewhere. And it's just like, imagine if that cartoon suddenly just like, all of the horses are going to check out over this hill.
Do you remember there's a particular bit in that cartoon where there's a bird called the shrike that its way of killing stuff is to pick up like small animals, then dump it onto a thorny bush, and it's completely horrific. And there was this one part in Animal Farthing Wood where like a whole family of like voles or mice get murdered by this.
That doesn't surprise me because I remember as a child crying at several parts of that show because it was really sad.
I did think towards the end, just as they're about to get to the new nature reserve, one of the hedgehogs gets run over because it stops in the road.
I remember the pheasants getting shot.
Yeah, that was pretty
I almost ran over a pheasant. It was just walking and I was going like 60 miles an hour and I was like, car crash or pheasant death? Pheasant death.
So did you?
No, I just narrowly missed. Like, I think I might have brushed past it. I don't think it came off very well, but I didn't bother to look.
Listeners should probably know that we edited that back in afterwards. Aurora did actually admit to murdering like a gang of horses.
What?
I don't know. What's the plural for a group of horses?
I don't know.
There you go.
Flock? No, it's not a flock.
I mean, it's a herd, isn't it?
I don't know, I'm going to have to look up the plural noun for horses.
No, there wouldn't be alliterative, would it?
Horse eye.
I'm going to go with gang. Okay, here's my story. This is in The Guardian, which they tout as The Guardian, winner of the Pulitzer Prize. Very proud of this. This isn't technically news, but it was on The Guardian, so I'm going to call them out for mentalness. This is in their home culture books section in the books blog. And it's a story by Emma Hartley Rex Appeal, the literary attraction of dinosaur erotica.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I've seen these on Amazon.
I'm just showing off the pictures now. Pterodactyl turned me. There's a picture of a guy ripping off his shirt with a pterodactyl behind him. Looking like he's into him.
That woman teleported from the 80s. That's a stock image from
there's
yesteryear.
Taken by the T-Rex, in which there's a girl in a gold bikini in a obviously Return of the Jedi style. But just that concept is what really hooked me. It was like, and I kind of thought, what's that all about? So I followed the links down the rabbit hole to Amazon, where there is an author called Christy Sims who writes all of these wonderful things, and there's a nice top 10 which I found on crack.com, and I'm going to give you a rundown of the top 10. Number 10, Running from the Raptor. I'm not quite sure.
How could that get sexy in any way?
Well, wait till you hear the key blurb. Instead of tearing her to bits, the raptor begins to nuzzle at her nether.
Oh my god!
He is filthy. Taken by the pterodactyl. I think you can either be taken or turned by pterodactyls, depending if you're male or female.
In it, does it?
I don't even know what this key blurb means. Diane is a shepherd watching over flock of sheep. There's not even grammar involved. The next one, mating with the raptor, which they've really gone to town with the artwork of this one, because the raptor is looking to one side in a Jurassic Park style.
They've tried to give him a lascivious look, but it's not really working. It's a fucking raptor.
Well, they can't really wink, can they?
He's trying to check out that woman's tits, really.
Yeah, I mean, she's turned back to the camera. She's showing him. The key blurb is Marga. What the fuck is called Marga? Marga. Sorry, all Margas listening. Marga was the Protectress, the city's leader, charged with defending it against dinosaur attacks. I'm guessing she turned.
Yeah.
She just ended up boning them all.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what this one is at all. Number 7, the Borlauer's Delight. Key blurb. Well, it must be a type of dinosaur we're not aware of from the Jurassic Park franchise. At first, Carla hates being violated by the ancient beast, but after a while, she begins to enjoy it.
Oh my god!
It's a bit rapey, isn't it?
That's rapey and Stockholm syndrome-y.
Well, next, ravaged by the raptor. He gets around, doesn't he? Look at him. The beautiful, buxom girl must now tend the farm like the rest of her family, feeding animals, tending the crops, and protecting land from hungry predators like foxes, wolves, and the occasional dinosaur.
Does it actually say that?
That is exactly what it says. The occasional dinosaur.
But it doesn't mention and getting boned by the occasional dinosaur.
I think it's implicit.
It is. I mean, when you're looking at a cover like Ravaged by the Raptor, we'll post a link to this along with the podcast. Number 5, in the Velociraptor's nest. I didn't even know they had nests. So that's news to me.
I mean, I know
they hunt in packs, but I didn't know they actually form a...
Not a paleontologist, but...
No.
I'm pretty sure, anyway, dinosaurs didn't exist at the same time as people, so...
Are you saying
regardless.
Christy Sims is full of shit?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Oh, that is outrageous. And possibly libelous. Number 5, in the Velociraptor's nest... Key blurb, Azog. She's got incredible character names, if nothing else.
Azog.
Not a particularly feminine name, it's got to be said.
No, I don't think that blonde woman in the picture looks like an Azog.
No.
Azog must have used all of her womanly wiles to get out of the cave.
She's going to just splat with the dinosaur.
She's going to be like...
I can't wait for this part in Jurassic World. Like, seriously.
Yeah. Shall we get it R-rated? Why? Ooh, I've had Christy Sims do a rewrite. She's got some pretty good ideas. Number 4, taken by the T-Rex. I mean, he's got tiny arms, so maybe they might actually be the right size to...
You would have thought he'd have a reasonably good-sized wang, though. I'm not sure a human woman could take a T-Rex wang. I think that's why they're leaning on the Velociraptor so hard.
When you say so hard.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Please elaborate.
Taken by the T-Rex. Key blurb. When the angry T-Rex corners the huntress in a box canyon, it seems more interested in her wet womanhood than her flesh.
Oh my god!
What? Yep. They thought, this is unlikely to sell. Let's put some filth into the blurb.
I imagine there's far more filth in these books. I'm kind of tempted to get one.
Yeah, I think we need to.
This is probably my favourite title of the lot.
I'm really surprised she hasn't gone the easy route.
Sorry, I hadn't actually read that one. Number 3, taken at the Dinosaur Museum. They're not even alive in this one. How do they...
Bones by bones.
Brilliant. Let's find out. Key blurb. The job market was tough. The job market was tough, and it couldn't have been tougher than it was on Kate. She'd been looking for forever for a job, but she couldn't find one. As she was reading through the paper one day, she came across an ad for a museum looking for a night watch person. She gets the job and finds herself as a night guard, working for a dinosaur natural history museum. They haven't even... anyway.
What?
Things there are normal and quiet until all of the dinosaurs come alive.
This is like a porn version of Night at the Museum.
It's basically that, isn't it?
Oh my god!
But specifically dinosaurs.
Specifically dinosaur boning. Not Ben Stiller. Number 2. Oh my god. They've resized it. Let me explain.
So badly done.
Yeah, let me explain.
The perspective on that.
So what they've done is, well, I'll tell you the title first. Number 2, Ravished by the Triceratops. Now, readers, what you must be thinking is, Triceratops, rather large animal. On the cover of Ravished by the Triceratops, they've basically scaled down a Triceratops by a factor of maybe 8, so that it's about the size of a large dog. There's then a lady who's sort of laying down, looking at the camera, going, well, there's a Triceratops there. Anything can happen.
It's a tiny Triceratops.
She's pedoing that Triceratops is basically what's happening.
She is pedoing because he's got to be a baby Triceratops.
Yeah.
It's all wrong.
There's so much
I don't approve of that.
I don't know.
The rest of it's fine, but I think it's quite too much.
Yeah.
I think it's quite intriguing. Don't
entrap the Triceratops. So the key blurb, horrified and aroused by the horned giant. He's not even giant. They've taken care of that in the picture.
No, but how does being horrified and aroused ever happen at the same time?
When there's a Triceratops involved.
Clearly.
Wait until you meet a Triceratops and then think again. I haven't even finished. There's another incredible name. Horrified and aroused by the horned giant, Beliria must find a way to control the situation.
It must be hilarious. Sorry, that was so bad.
Could have seen that coming. Finally, number 1, T-Rex troubles. What?
Oh my god.
A very special T-Rex is hunting her. Yes. This T-Rex has psychic powers.
Buy that one. Buy it. I want to see. I want to read it.
I'm just going to go to the Amazon link and have a little look at the reviews. So the web address is not functioning. That is.
Oh, that's a shame. They've sold out. That's a problem.
Don't worry.
Just good.
I have to say, as a sidebar, there is actually such a thing as pterodactyl porn. If you type, there's somebody has actually made porn, like genuine porn of women getting fucked by guys dressed in kind of decent pterodactyl outfits.
Kind of decent.
They look like. I mean, considering it's low budget porn, they have pretty good pterodactyl outfits.
Is it like a latex outfit?
Yeah,
oh my
it's just basically like pterodactyl cosplay porn. And it's one of the fucking scariest things I've ever seen.
I will tell you the scariest porn I've ever seen, as we're on the topic. E.T. porn.
Oh.
No one's seen that?
No.
That is an incredible...
Which one? Is E.T. doing the fucking or getting fucked?
Basically, the best thing about E.T. porn, and I can't remember, I think it was called E.T. There's something or other. Someone will be able to find this online. It's very easy. You probably just type in E.T. porn. Basically, the ridiculous part of the E.T. porn is that it's set in maybe 1600s.
What?
So E.T. comes down.
So by the time it's the movie, it's just like, it's alright, I've been here before.
Yeah,
that's why his neck stretches up and down.
Oh, there you go. No, but that's the worst thing, is that basically what they've done is they've got a woman of some sort to put on... E.T.'s a girl, by the way.
I see. Okay.
See that coming.
Right.
Put on this E.T. costume. She's not even particularly short. She's just sort of normal size. And then she's got the neck on top of her head.
Oh, God.
So she's super long. And then they've just smeared some sort of brownish body paint all over her.
What?
And which obviously sort of like fades away at the...
yeah.
You know, which is a problem.
The orifice.
It just sort of ruins the
illusion.
Yeah, it really breaks the fourth wall.
It's one of the hardest wanks you ever had.
It was tough. I nearly didn't finish.
Come on, Aurora. What's the scariest porn you've ever seen? You must finish this off.
I really don't have any like fun tales.
I have actually got to T-Rex Troubles on Amazon. It's only got 2 stars out of 5.
That's surprising.
But an average of 8, Was it? Oh no, there's 8 reviews.
8 reviews.
8 reviews. Got it. Now, there's a bit disappointed because I wanted someone to really be into it. What's the most...
Why would you advertise the fact that you're really into it on Amazon reviews?
But when people write Amazon reviews, they're often like ridiculous and mad and funny. But yeah, okay. So this is a review from Deandra Hall, who says, "I heard about these books from a fellow writer in a writers group. When I started investigating, I was more than tickled. I was curious. I mean, I write erotic romance and erotica, so this is my genre, right? This writer has sold the heck out of the books, and I wondered what in the world was in them and what made them so appealing." Next paragraph. "Nothing. There's nothing in this book that makes it appealing. I particularly got a laugh out of the cave woman in the front with the bikini. Wow, I thought. And I thought those were new in the 70s. Who knew? The names of the characters were laughable, and the writing was mediocre at best. In short, it was everything I expected it to be and more, or maybe less. Frankly, I'm still quite confused. So why did I give it 2 stars, you ask? It's simply this. It's clever. It's a clever idea. She's a clever writer for coming up with it. And especially clever to get $2.99 out of me for a handful of pages simply out of curiosity. I don't want that to be my way of making money, but hey, everyone to their own. I did buy it. Will I buy another one? No." So, yeah.
My girlfriend is quite badly obsessed with dinosaurs. I reckon she's like one bad breakup and a bottle of vodka away from...
being taken by a pterodactyl.
Well, and a time machine.
A time machine.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, so that was just my fascination for extreme inverted commas news stories. I think this was just because hold on a minute. Let me just rewind a little bit. I've just gone back to the Guardian article blog post.
I can't believe it was on the Guardian. Like, what?
Paragraph starting, "Why go to all the bother of taming the monster inside Christian Grey when it's all imaginary anyway, when you can get it on with an actual monster? It's part of a larger genre called monster erotica, which includes girl on centaur, girl on satyr, and girl on pterodactyl action.
I wouldn't say...
Pterodactyl Turned Me Gay, a title surely beloved of the Christian right, and containing the immortal line, 'I was covered in head to toe with the pterodactyl's cum.'"
The Christian right could have no problem with that. The Bible says a man shall not lay with a man. It says nothing about pterodactyls.
Doesn't it mention beasts?
Well, yeah. I wouldn't say pterodactyls are monsters.
Well, have you ever made love to one? Because
I can't say that I have, but maybe I should try it.
According to some of the literature I've been looking into. Yeah. So yeah, that's my show and tell.
That's good stuff.
I can't believe that was on.
Cool.
I really thought the Guardian was reputable. Like I go there and I'm like, yes, this is like, non-tabloid shit.
Well, you've been fooled.
Yeah, I have.
They like dinosaur jazz mags.
They just sold out. You mean jizz mags?
Both.
Right, what you got?
Hang on, let me...
Let's go back to your archive.
My archive. Oh, yeah.
Archive.
Hang on. Where is it? Okay. So, this is the headline. This is from the Metro. This was yesterday.
Oh, wow.
"Drunk man follows soup smell, gets stuck naked in ventilation shaft."
He just wanted some soup. Poor bastard.
Sorry. I had to really hold it in when I was reading it at work earlier.
Okay.
Got it.
What's the story? Tell us more.
Well,
you can't leave it there.
I'll read it out. It's relatively short. All the ones I picked are quite short. "You know it's a massive night out when you follow the smell of soup down a ventilation shaft, only to get stuck naked and have to be rescued by firefighters." That's basically the gist of it. "One boozed up man left his dignity and trousers in tatters after embarrassing incident in... where the hell is that? Oh, it's in South Russia." Another thing I can't, obviously.
These are like similar to the Brazil story. They're quite hard to substantiate if you were to sort of dig into that.
I don't know if they
like the sexy ladies who are breaking people out of prison. So
that
it's always
was
someone
CNN.
really far away.
That was like,
Give
legit.
a shit. Yeah.
Yeah, Firefighters were called to and eventually managed to trace his location and break through the wall, revealing his pale bum cheeks. What actual written words?
Pale bum cheeks?
Yeah.
Why do they need to judge his...
I don't know. I mean, at
least
they didn't judge his member. We don't know anything about that.
What kind of soup was it? That's the most important thing.
I don't know.
Why was he so interested in the soup? And how did he get in?
What?
I don't know.
They carried on filming as chunks of brick and masonry fell from... Oh, wait, it's because it's part of a video. As chunks of bricks and masonry fell from the ever-widening hole, the hole where he came out of.
Yeah.
Not from the pale bum cheeks.
Not the anus.
Anus.
Carry on.
Sorry. And finally, his legs were exposed, allowing firemen to pull him free. Vladimir something, head of...
Jesus Christ. Here comes the race car.
I can't pronounce it. It would be a disservice.
Oh no, that's a bit of a...
See?
Oh no, God, yeah, no.
Yeah, see?
There's far too many consonants in that name.
It looks like Brazilian.
No, I don't know.
I bet it's him.
Okay.
If he's there,
anyway,
he can write in and
he's the head of the rescue team.
Okay.
He said the shaft width is about 40 centimetres.
Again, are we talking about where he was stuck or what was exposed?
Where he was stuck.
Okay.
This size
Different
corresponds to a 14-year-old.
That's very particular. Same question.
But not suitable for an adult.
So it would have been fine for a kid to go looking for soup whilst pissed up.
And then the last line is, it is not known if Ivan got soup.
They didn't follow him home and go, sorry, I'm a reporter, I'm just making a note of everything. Will you go on to get soup, or are you too traumatised by having your ass exposed?
Are you ever going to have soup again?
Yeah. He vowed never to have soup again.
Is that what he was like screaming like as he was on the phone to?
He probably sobered up when he got stuck. I was like, oh fuck.
Fuck, I can't get out.
There's no way I can explain
Why
this.
would you be like, I smell soup, I'm going to go in that tiny hole?
Also,
have you ever seen Rescue Rangers?
Yes.
In that cartoon, there is a mouse called Monterey Jack, and whenever he smells cheese, he basically floats towards it. I imagine it's a similar situation.
Because the soup is not what I think of as classic drinking fodder. I've never been out on the lash.
Yeah,
the soup's in.
You just get a toasty on or something. You
don't
go,
or like some chips or a kebab.
Yeah, cheesy chips, not soup.
Yeah.
Rookie mistake.
Different in Russia.
I think the ventilation shaft was the rookie mistake.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Made for a 14-year-old.
Let's go to Safeway and get some soup on the way back. No, hold on. I could smell through this vent.
Vent soup is the best.
Plus, when you smell soup, you don't assume it's soup, do you? Just there's like a smell of.
Yeah, it's very particular, isn't it?
So you might have just gone, well, this is a delicious smell. I'm going to follow it through.
I don't know. I think soup does
drop
have
into a kitchen, have a feast, and then wander out.
Chicken soup smells like chicken soup. It doesn't smell like a roast dinner. Do you know what I mean?
Where was this shaft going? Was it going into like a soupateria?
Is there what? What's a soupateria?
A purveyor of soup.
Good point.
Right.
Coined. I've lost my thread. Is there a blueprint of the ventilation shaft so you can try and ascertain what he was up to in there?
No, I mean you can see the pictures, well the thumbnail of the YouTube video and an arse.
There is just an arse. He's upside down there.
It's like a Dorling Kindersley cutout picture.
I think he came in from like
soup.
the top of something and that's inside a building.
I mean, I would encourage anyone based on seeing this thumbnail to Google drunk man follows soup smell gets stuck, whatever it is. We can post the links to what we've been talking about.
Half-naked drunk man is rescued from wall backside first. That's
the way to do it, isn't it? Get him out by the arse. Cool. Tom, what's your next?
Yeah, so what I've basically got is a flyer, and the way to set it up is this is a flyer for a local rock musical, and if that doesn't put fear into your hearts, then I don't know what will. Okay, so what's interesting about this is a combination of the blurb on the back and the picture they put on the front. So the picture they put on the front is a quite badly put together image of a man rocking out on a guitar, but made up entirely of like icons of like classic geek things. So like a gamepad, Space Invaders, like a home computer, cassette tapes. Yeah. So I'll read a bit of the blurb, but I'm going to make a little omission that will give the key to why I think this is so funny.
Okay.
So, Michael Dork might be a computer geek. See what they've done there? Cunts. But he's also invented something that could change the world. He's also discovered girls, a prospect almost as exciting as his love of binary.
Hold on. He hasn't invented anything there. What do you mean?
Yeah, how can he invent
They haven't
girls?
told us. I think that's a separate subject. He's invented something, but he's also discovered girls. How are they going to interface?
Oh, so it's grammatically bollocks already. Okay.
Holly is the girl. She has brains and looks and wants to be the first woman in space. But will she want Michael?
What?
Well, hold on.
That's
I'm
already
pretty sure there's
happened.
other women in space.
When is this set?
Well, this is what I'm going to get to.
yeah.
Bear with me, yeah?
Sorry, yeah.
Eddie is the jock. He wants a fast ride to the top and doesn't care who gets trampled along the way. Leia just wants Eddie. Well, she thinks she does. Michael and his sci-fi obsessed social misfit friend Lucas, Francis, Marvin and Susie are all set to change the course of history, fashion and dating, in no particular order. Okay, so what makes this terrific is the fact that...
all of that, probably.
Yeah.
This is apparently set in 1971, which, based on the stuff on the front, is out by about a decade or a decade and a half. So...
Are you holding them to the exact iconography that?
Yes, because they fucking made a poster based on it, and it's based in 1971. So I did a little bit of research on this. Gamepads.
I love it. You've got a little note.
Gamepads came along with the Nintendo NES, which is a bit of a redundant way to say it. The
that's a
NES.
no, but yeah, go on.
No, they literally gamepads came with the NES, which was released in '83 in Japan, '86 in Europe. Okay, the cassettes, like audio cassettes.
Are you actually sort of Tippexing these icons out until you see what shape it's left?
Yeah, because
And it's actually just a giant
they
dick.
haven't done the most basic due diligence on this shit, the fucking idiots. Okay, cassette Walkman, that was 1979. Joystick, even being like generous, they came along with the Magnavox Odyssey in 1972. Space Invaders, 1978. The home computer is the Apple II, 1977.
I love that you've researched.
Yeah, because it annoyed me so fucking much.
That's really gotten your goat.
And the story didn't annoy you in
Oh no,
the
it sounds like complete fucking shit. It's a local rock musical. What the fuck are we expecting from it?
I really want us to go and see it.
Yeah,
sadly, its run is over. It was the 27th to the 31st of Jan. I missed it.
Why did you leave it so late?
So the only one it could genuinely be correct is they got some musical notes, and as far as I can tell, musical notation comes from the 13th century. I'll give them that. 13th century, just in time. Also, one of the characters is called Leia, spelt like Leia from Star Wars. 1977. There's not a single thing about this is fucking correct.
The name existed before then.
Did the name?
George Lucas didn't go.
No, he fucking didn't. I don't think there was any Leias spelled
Maybe
Leia.
that specific Leia was the precursor to the Star Wars Leia.
Maybe George Lucas had met one of
This is probably a tale
Michael Dork's
that's been
friends.
running for years.
Everything about this just seems. It's called Loserville as well.
Also, hold on. Let me just pick a hole in your argument just to defend the Apollo
The
Production
integrity
presents Loserville. Now, what you're arguing, Tom, is that a number of these things weren't invented yet, including. No, maybe not. Including, all of these different video games and cultural references. Mm. But they're saying he's invented something. Should he have invented time travel? He would be able to...
I thought he was going to be leaning towards that.
Grab all of these things.
No, I think they're just trying to use general geek iconography. And I think this is made by somebody who wants to cash in on the charming idea of geeks, but is not actually a geek or has any understanding of what that would entail. It's called Loserville as well, which is
also not
fairly pathetic and insulting.
I think they did include one girl in the geek group, didn't they?
Mm.
Yeah.
Or did that read that?
Well, she wants to be the astronaut.
Well, what they've done there is they've taken Rock of Ages and I don't know, that shit show where there's geeks and
everyone likes Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, Big Bang Theory.
I don't like that show.
I just want it to be set on fire forever.
The thing is, to defend it. It did start off really good because it had really clever physics-related jokes that you would only really get if you understood physics.
That's fine, but whenever I've watched it, it's just kind of been like, I'm going to say something obvious,
but
and there's going to be an awkward silence, and then I'm going to say something witty, and then I just and then canned laughter and just.
But that's what happened later on when they were like, oh, hang on, this is getting really popular, and most of the people don't understand the jokes anymore, so let's just make it obvious. And that's when I stopped watching it because I was like, well, it's just rubbish now.
Okay, well, I'm disappointed we haven't got to see Loserville. Maybe it will come back for another run.
I'm pretty sure no one saw Loserville.
It was.
Do you think someone recorded it on YouTube?
I will do some research and post.
I think we should investigate.
I had a look on the Facebook page. There was 4 likes.
Oh my god!
How fucking painful is that?
I feel so bad. Like, I mean, amateur dramatics. I mean, as a format, it's tough.
For a reason.
They've gone to some effort to make this poster, right?
But badly. They've got every single thing about it wrong.
It's not just that though. It's the story as well. Like.
So this was written by 2 people, so that must have been 2 of the Facebook likes, plus their 2 mums, and that's it.
What if one of them didn't have a mum?
Jesus, you have to take it to the no.
Why, do you have a story like that?
No.
Shit local musical
Little
writer
segue.
gets caught,
Here's a story about...
dies trying to get soup out of a drain.
Why was it in a drain? I don't fucking know. Some horses had run off with it.
And then they got hit by a train.
Well, yeah, we knew that.
Yeah, well...
But how many? How many?
I don't know.
Where did the soup
go?
We'll
never find out. They drank all of it and then were just drunk on soup and get by a train.
Maybe the horses smelt soup on the other side of the tracks. Hay soup. Delicious.
That must be some kind of soupateria.
The equine soupateria.
Yeah.
Band
right
there.
Let's
Will, have you got anything else?
I've got nothing
All
else.
you had was basically a cracked article that you read us through. Fucking letting the side down.
It was just people fucking dinosaurs. I got nothing else to offer.
I feel like it was dinosaurs fucking people.
I wore an appropriate t-shirt.
Oh yeah, you did. Well done.
My Jurassic Park
Should be
t-shirt.
called Jurassic Pork.
Oh, damn it. Oh, didn't even think of it. Could have even sellotaped a little letter on. Never mind.
That was brilliant.
No, I'm just relying on Aurore to have an archive of bullshit at any time.
I mean, yeah, I've got that.
Cool, please read from it.
Right, so... Guy who got his penis chopped off twice got offered a gig as an adult male star.
Okay, so he twice got offered the job, or twice had his penis cut off?
Yeah,
twice
that's an important
had
distinction.
his penis cut off.
How?
Wait.
You must enlighten us.
Yeah. Is it reattached or is it?
It's not John Wayne Bobbitt, because I know he famously did end up making some porn films.
I mean,
after
there was a related story, so it does start off
after the wang off.
Yeah. After he was de-wanged by.
Yeah, I was going to say a wang off would be like, let's have a competition. It's a wang off.
Like a circle jerk.
No. Next, please continue.
So this is in relation to a previous story. It relates to the previous story that they wrote about him getting his wang chopped off twice. This is the addition that he also got...
Update.
Yeah, this is an update to that story. So, the story starts... I don't know if you remember, but a couple of weeks ago, history was made. Not the most fortunate of history, however, as a Chinese dude named Fan Lung... Sorry, racism is happening again.
I'm saying nothing. There's so many wang jokes that could happen right now, but I'm not making them.
Got a pretty rude awakening after his wife found out he had been cheating on her with a mistress named Zhang Heng.
Again, nothing to say about that.
Yep.
Please continue.
That's unfortunate for sure, but the wife had other ideas. Fan's wife, Shang Qiu, I think is how you say that, decided that Fan no longer needed his member and sought out to remove it from him as an unfaithful body. Oh, his unfaithful body, sorry, I'm getting too excited. A little slice later, and Fan was on his way to the hospital to have Fan Jr. reattached.
Hold on, where is this article? And
it's like SourceFed, which is something. Do you know Philip DeFranco, a YouTuber?
No.
He does like a news show that doesn't make my face bleed off, and so he's got this company called SourceFed, and that they just get like, there is actual news on here. This is in the oh what the fuck section.
Okay. Oh, it's just the Wang Jr. bit or whatever.
Fan Jr.
Fan Jr. Sorry. Oh.
It's like done in like a friendly, non-bald, like squared way.
Okay, I've derailed this enough. Please continue.
Yes. His wife followed him there to the hospital, and post reattachment, she lopped it off again a second time and threw the remains out the window.
Yeah, I mean they've done nothing towards it, have they?
Wait. threw the remains out the window, where a subsequent animal decided it was a nice steak dinner for the evening.
What?
No, seriously, it all happened, and then they link to the...
Holy fuck.
Yeah. So now...
Was that one of his mates?
I mean, that's pretty intense. She chopped it off once, followed him to get it reattached.
Where was she? I mean...
I don't know.
She just ran in and was like, ah.
Do you think it was like a police who's like, make sure, turn off the lights while you're driving behind the ambulance kind of deal? Allergies.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out.
No, I'm talking about her following him to the hospital in the first place.
Right. I mean, there's so many questions. My first question is, how do you reattach a penis? There seems to be quite a lot going on there. It's not like you can just...
There's loads of nerves, isn't it? Which makes it being chopped off again even worse.
There's loads of nerves in it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, you've done the research, so...
But how else do you think it works?
I don't know, it just seems like too complicated a thing that you couldn't really fix.
So we reattach arms. I'm pretty sure we can reattach a wang.
I guess.
Can you reattach arms?
Yeah, I mean, if they're... Yeah.
If it's a fresh cut.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really going to be 100%,
nice.
but yeah, people have had, like, hands reattached.
God, that's... the thing is,
yeah,
like...
they can reattach the blood vessels and they can reattach the tendons and stuff, but yeah, you're going to have nerve damage and you might not get full use of it back.
Can you reattach a hand on backwards just to wipe it down? Does that work? Because that would be...
That would be amazing.
I'm just curious.
You mean upside down?
I don't know, should we try?
Backwards would have the fingers going to your wrist.
That's not what I meant. You got the wrong axis there. Sorry, anyway.
Doc, you fucked up.
So, they threw it out, she threw it out the window, and
then an animal ate it.
I like they don't even go into what animal.
I know, it was just...
It's those crazy super horses again.
After
their old tricks.
They travelled all the way to China just to get a bit of wang.
Yeah.
His name's Fan, Jesus.
Yeah. That's terrible. Get a bit of wang.
I'm glad that...
What happened next? This is the update.
So this is the update. So now Fan, who despite making some pretty poor choices regarding his wife and marital status, has gone...
Whoa, hold on.
What?
He didn't make bad choices regarding his marital status.
He cheated on her.
He's cheated.
Yeah.
But they were implying like he chose a bad wife who was mental.
I mean, yeah, that's one of the things he did.
Well, yeah. I don't feel like it's her fault. I just don't want any blame.
What do you mean?
If he cheated, she should be able to lob it off.
Twice?
Well, it didn't take the first time, did it?
Well, it just crawled back home, Johnny.
I don't know what that means. Please continue. I'm exhausted.
Sorry. Marital status has gotten an offer from a porn company called Bang You Later. No joke.
Oh, that's the owner.
Oh my god.
Can this episode be called the Wancast?
Oh my gosh.
Continue.
So they've given him the chance to star in his very own porn movie with his very own mistress, Zhang Hong. Better yet, Bang You Later is insisting he gets to keep all the proceeds for his personal manhood re-enlightenment.
What do you mean re-enlightenment? Do you mean his severed penis has found God? What does that mean?
I don't know, that's just how it's written. That's
brilliant. An incredible piece of writing. But I mean, so he now doesn't have it at all?
Yeah,
but he's in porn.
So I don't know how that works.
They must have put something back on there.
It's a strap-on situation. Yep.
Yeah, there you go. Instant.
Cheating is bad, but I don't think it necessitates.
There's a quote from Bang You Later.
Yep.
So there's a quote from Bang You Later.
Mr. Bang You Later to you.
Actually, it's pronounced Ulator. Which is?
Our intention is to help you financially through this incredibly delicate time, but also to help you to restore your sexual confidence.
I'm sorry, but how many porn companies are doing basic sort of charity work just by going, well...
Be in a porn, get some money!
You've lost a knob, we're going to help you out. We don't need any profits. just keep it and buy a new knob.
Actually, I did hear of a porn company that had been quite proactive in supporting like anti-revenge porn laws. And like do it for like genuine reasons that they say that consent is the cornerstone of porn making, so they were disgusted by the idea of revenge porn, which is pretty cool for a porn company.
Yeah, that is very cool. There are lots of porn companies doing cool things, presumably, but like it's just weird that they just picked that guy to go, oh, this is a terrible situation.
Why not?
We could capitalise on it, but then give him all the money.
Yeah, what's the fucking market for that as well?
What, no wang porn? Well, probably
just his wife. Is that what I thought?
Probably like actual eunuchs who are just like, oh, I'm never gonna bang out, and then
they'll be like, well, this guy can't either.
Yes,
he can. I mean,
So
that is
strange.
niche, isn't it?
It's really niche.
I'm only into watching guys fuck when they've had their penis reattached. That's such,
surely
that's
there's probably
fetish.
a category on Pornhub for that.
Is there going to be a pterodactyl crossover? Is what I want to know.
It's in the works.
He's in the pterodactyl suit because there's nothing else he could do.
Just using his giant pointy head.
Oh my god!
Oh, the one on his neck. He lost the other one.
Twice. That was the main thing that took me to the story was the twice bit. I was like, what?
You were just like, oof, I had a wang chopped off. Boring. What?
Yeah.
Twice? Wait a minute.
Now, what else you got for us? Because we're both exhausted.
I know.
Yeah.
So.
See, this is why I come overly prepared because you two.
Yeah, we're lazy.
So I got a couple, obviously, left. I'm trying to pick. Some of them are very short. I'll give you a short one. Landlord claims goblins set his house on fire.
For insurance, or?
I mean, the first line is goblins are at it again.
Oh, goblins. I hate it when they do that.
Yeah, it's basically an insurance thing. This is all in Dubai. Notice how all these are in very different countries.
Well, you've spanned the
here.
globe, haven't you?
That's true. I've searched far and wide.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's basically an insurance claim that someone was just like, yeah, it was the goblins. And then fire experts, there's a quote, it's just like, fire experts follow scientific methods according to specific rules. There have been cases in which a person or persons tell lies and make weird claims that Jinn is behind the fire, and I think that was the goblin's name.
Oh no, I think they're calling
Not that he was pissed up.
a Jinn is like a genie, so I think.
Oh right,
Yeah.
okay, never mind.
I think goblin is misleading. This is clearly the work of a genie, which in Dubai is entirely possible. That's their natural home.
Yeah.
I mean,
Got this lamp. Went to work on it. Don't know what's happened.
Yeah,
So-
house on fire.
yeah, I thought it was going to be one of those wishing genies. But this
Situations.
is one. It's a burning genie.
He's just a prick. Oh.
So there's another one. Woman gets stuck in the chimneys of her online date's house.
Was he cooking soup? That's all I'm asking.
No, it's Genevieve. Last name I can't pronounce.
Nunes Figueroa.
Yes, that one.
Nailed it.
Well done. Santa-style entrance definitely go as planned. People in a Thousand Oaks, California neighbourhood got an interesting alarm clock this morning. Before 6 a.m, firefighters were called to a rooftop where Nunes Figueroa, sorry, I bought that.
It was a good go.
Yeah, I tried. Was lodged in the middle of a chimney. She has been arrested for illegal entry into a man's home whom she met online.
I
Right.
guess
So
the
it's
date
not a
didn't go
fact-
that well.
So it's not a fact that she was. I thought she was trying to get out initially. I was just like, oh, this is probably.
It's an escape story.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's probably like an online date that went a bit mental. So she decided to get out the chimney. I don't know. No, she was trying to get in.
Wow.
So the rescue team used jackhammers to take apart the chimneys brick by brick and
Did
poured...
they get her out arse first this time?
I didn't mention that, but they did pour soap mixture down in an attempt to free her. It sounds like some dumb thing you would try that just wouldn't work. Get the soap in there.
Should we get the jackhammers? I've got some fairy liquid in the van. Do you want to try that first?
No, if she was a thinking woman, she should have buttered herself up first.
And she could have come in all
Bit of
buttery and
lube.
sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of lube. Like,
This
you'll need that for later, maybe.
man, this guy must have been a real catch to justify chimneying.
Well, it might not be his fault. He might have just met someone he didn't think was mental and would come down the chimney.
Yeah. No, I'm saying on his part, he must be a real catch to justify.
Oh yeah. I mean, she's clearly after him.
Yeah, maybe she's a completely normal woman. He's just incredibly sexy.
That's true. Actually.
Oh my god, it gets worse. So neighbours watched as the soot-covered woman was slowly lifted from 8 feet down the smokestack.
Oh god.
The man
8 feet down. So that's like presumably like at least halfway. So she's right stuck in the middle of this.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the man who was not at home at the time.
Amazing. He came home and went, "What happened?" "Nothing, I just popped round to see you." "Why is there a fire engine here?" "Dunno."
It gets better.
"Dunno." Go on.
So he wasn't home at the time. Said he cut things off with the woman after he found her on his roof 2 weeks prior.
Right.
He's got like some sort of chimney fetish.
Well, she has. Definitely.
That's
What an incredible woman.
It's like macro docking.
Oh my god.
That is an incredibly strange joke.
Have you had a space docking? It's docking with a frozen ship.
Oh no.
Let's leave it.
Wow. Let's never speak of this again.
I don't want to hear about space docking ever again. Or any other varieties of docking you want to educate us about.
Alright. I'm done.
Okay, what are you reading and being amused by?
No, I'm still being amused at Tom's comment. And I'm trying to think of scenarios where I could like slip that into a sentence.
So glad
don't
you
say
said
slip
sentence.
it in. Ah.
Sorry.
This week's episode has just descended into
Filth.
Yeah.
This is what we do. We bring the
Down-
I
filth.
mean, this
down
is
a
what
chimney
happens when
of-
I do my homework.
a chimney of filth.
Should
8
get a
feet
sweep.
down. No soup there.
Yeah.
That's just weird. I think that's. Oh yeah, this is a short one. So this dude.
Unnamed or?
What's his name? Alvin Cross Jr. So he texted. He's on probation.
Okay.
And he texted
What
his
does it say?
drug-related crime.
He's a criminal.
He's a criminal for drugs. So yeah, so his probation officer is in his phone under Proby. And he sent him a text
Back to docking.
saying, "You got some weed?" And the probation officer replies, ... "You don't know who you sent this to."
Is that the story?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Actually, one of our friends, who I won't mention his name, he used to be a smokerist of weed. Kind of shocking. And his dealer at the time was called Matt, and unfortunately Matt was in his phone right next to his mum's number.
No.
And so he
Matt's
got
mum,
so just got a text back saying, "Yes, that's fine, dear, but what's an eighth?"
That is such a mum response. That's so adorable.
Goodness me.
Oh, just like she'll get that for him, but she doesn't quite know what it is.
It's so charming.
That's adorable.
I've popped down the estate. They give me a good price.
I'd love to know how he managed to walk his way
Sorry,
back out
love,
of
I
that.
could only get you a tenth. I don't know what that is, but came in a little bag.
Right, is that the?
That was the crux of it. I mean, he just texted his probation officer like a twat.
I mean, I've come up with very little in this episode, but that is weak material.
Sorry. All right. So how about man grilled by parents for not being married kidnaps woman as future wife?
We're back. I mean,
Bringing it back.
what happened?
So a man allegedly kidnapped a young woman off the street to trick his parents into thinking he was married.
What, for dinner or? No, I don't mean to eat her. I mean, it invited the parents round.
I don't know.
You sure this isn't the setup of a new Ben Stiller movie or something?
No. So the caption on the picture.
No one can see the picture.
Yeah,
It's radio.
I know, but the caption is brilliant.
We'll read the caption.
Liu Hung is accused of hiding in a bush and pouncing on a woman to make her his future wife.
That suggests that the pouncing will automatically make her the wife. Grammatically. I'm not sure I'm happy about that.
It's like Papa Lazarou.
Yeah.
You're my wife now.
So every Chinese New Year, Liu Hung, 32, travels. This isn't the same as the other family.
Oh, I thought you meant he'd snatched a wife each year.
No.
Until one of them took.
Hang on. He's 32, travels home and is faced with a grilling from his parents over his relationship status. But unable to face it again this year, the bank clerk decided to solve the problem by forcing a young woman to marry him by kidnapping her off the streets. I don't know if kidnapping her off the streets implies that's instant marriage, but... Or
it implies that she was actually on the streets as a homeless of some kind.
Yeah, I don't know.
Instead of kidnapping her from her place of work, for example.
He allegedly waited in a local park in the bushes for a suitable candidate to walk past and then pounced.
I love that he's in the hedge going, no, no.
That's the Chinese equivalent of Tinder.
Oh, hold on.
Oh my God! Swipe. After trying after tying up her hands with rope and putting tape over her mouth, he then took her home to the city of...
Don't even bother.
No. The south of some other province in north and east China.
We're going to say Dailang, south of Liaoning province.
Okay. But, I mean... in a van, or is he didn't get on the metro with it?
There's no transportation method.
Well.
But still, I'm wondering...
Probably Johnny Helicopters again.
I'm wondering if home was like his house. Does he live away from his parents? It doesn't say, because if that would be awkward. The next day explains that they were to get married and set off to arrange the formalities for a speedy wedding. But the young victim managed to partially free one of her hands. He used that to dial her boyfriend's number using the man's landline telephone.
Amazing.
This is current news. We're not back in the... Yeah.
For some reason, when I think of a landline, I just think of the thing with the actual dial on it. Just got to turn it.
You know, people still currently have landlines. That's the thing.
Yeah, we've got one.
With like boop, boop, boop buttons instead of the...
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't have any logic for you. I don't know what you want from me. She freed a hand.
Wait, hang on.
Phoned the boyfriend.
The boyfriend. He raised the alarm with the police, who traced the number and arrested Liu as he arrived home with the paperwork for the wedding.
So he's basically got it done and dusted.
Yeah.
If he'd got home, she'd be married.
And then at the top it is like images showing him being pinned to the ground by plainclothes police.
I want to know at what point he thought he could say to the parents, you know what, every year you say, oh, you're not married. I am married. Look at this photo of a woman's face near my face. What do you mean? Why can't we see her arms? Wow, she likes close-up selfies.
Hang on,
that's what we do.
She's a bit quiet.
He's got a
tape
saying
over her
this.
Mouth.
Yeah.
He's got a saying this.
Okay.
His quote is, he reportedly told police, I'm the only one in my family without a girlfriend or wife, and I was fed up of going home and simply getting a hard time.
Oh, fair enough. Go out kidnapping. Well, on that bombshell, I'm exhausted with all of the madness.
Maybe we should have fit him up with the one who chopped off her husband's wang. Sound like a perfect mix.
Actually, yeah, maybe.
Two singletons looking for love.
Or chimney woman.
Yep.
There you go.
Cool. Anyway, that is all of the mental stories that we have for you this week. You can check out WATcast at watcast.tumblr.com. You can watch us on YouTube. You can listen to us on YouTube at youtube.com/WATcast or soundcloud.com/WATcast. And you can follow us on Twitter at WATcast also.
Yeah, so we have no idea what we're going to do next week because we're making this shit up as we go along, which should be fairly clear. So that's been WATcast 3. We have been...
Will.